Okay. Bye. Hi.
Hi or bye?
Both.
Hey, do you want to troll Violet?
Do we have any volunteers?
You got this.
You're not old. You know how to work the internet.
I always forget how loud Violet's intros are.
Why did you turn my volume down?
Hello. Yes, I am indeed hosting, even though we are on Violet's channel, because Violet is ill, so welcome to... I don't know why we had a Streamlabs intro, just for added chaos. Welcome to the stream. Do we want to introduce ourselves?
Violet has so many intros, it'd be a shame to not use one.
I know, there's like a whole list of them, it's amazing.
Yeah,
sorry.
How is everyone doing?
Good.
Vibin'.
Yeah.
I've been better.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
We've got a couple of people here. Also, by the way, I volunteered for hosting, then forgot I was hosting, and then remembered at exactly 7 p.m, which is when we go live, so forgive me as I get my bearings together, because I've forgotten what I'm doing. But Marta's here. Hello. Lexi's here, giving us terrifying faces.
As
Also,
usual.
Michael's here. Hello. Meep meep. Buenas noches, geek. Meep Kyle? Meep Kyle? I'm not gonna attempt that. Hello, Craft Blend. Hello, Cool Gamer. Hello, Nikki. Oops. Good afternoon, Grayson. Wow, there's a lot of people. And yes, we hope that Violet will feel better soon.
Thanks, Michael.
It is fun hosting on your channel. I've done my channel, I've done Marta's channel, and yours. I'm just missing crystals now.
One day, probably.
Mhm.
Maybe someday, just for shits.
What's everyone working on today?
I am working on the Vampire Duster cardigan. Yee.
That's such a long, row.
Yeah, well, this is the actual length going
Mm,
down, so...
Makes sense.
Okay, so you're doing it like going down and then you'll expand the rows around your body rather than going around and then...
No, what I'm doing is I'm doing 2 side panels going straight down, and then the back panel going straight down, and then both sleeves, stitching them together, making 2 pockets, putting those together, and then doing another panel for the hood, and then putting that on top.
That sounds difficult.
It's...
Fun
It makes
though.
sense to me. You're just doing everything separate.
Yes. I am using a pattern that I found on YouTube. Except I'm doing the stitch that I did for the blankets I've made, because the stitch that they want you to do for the pattern made me snap at least this long of this fucking yarn already. I got mad and threatened to take this all back to Walmart.
Right.
Then Dio bailed me out and told me to do something.
Did you like swatch it and do the maths for it if you're changing?
Realize my mic's not down. No, this one's because it's based. This pattern's based on just just measurements of your body.
Okay. That makes
So
sense.
hubby helped me get the measurements right, and yeah.
Nice.
I've only ever done animals and hats. I don't do clothes.
You did a pillowcase.
Yo, animals, that seems super hard.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, animals are not difficult at all. It's the same stitch over and over and over.
Yeah, but like in shapes.
In shapes.
Okay, but I genuinely think that animals are like the easiest thing to crochet. Clothes are harder.
I mean, I'll buy you with that one because measurements and body, and if you
Yo,
fuck up,
the
it's not gonna.
easiest thing to crochet is like a pot holder.
Or a blanket.
Okay, fair enough. But like, I've heard argue that blankets are really hard because it takes so much patience. They take so long. They're so big.
This is true. Blankets are the quintessential definition of Taurus energy that I think I've ever seen. This is going to be the most patient I think I've ever been, though. Murder.
Are you gonna put buttons on it to
No.
like close?
No,
Mm.
it's just going to be a swooshy openness.
I like a good cardigan with buttons. I like being able to like snuggle myself into them.
That's fair. But I have blankets, too. Those are my snuggles.
That's fair.
Got a light.
I'm so confused. What?
Huh?
Okay, sorry.
You
I
okay?
wasn't sure.
Did you get lost there for a second?
No, I wasn't sure if Violet was messing with me and putting on background music, and you guys could also hear it, or if something else was causing background music. I found the culprit. It's Martha's timer playlist.
Lol. That's funny.
And it sounds like the sort of thing Violet would do to throw me off too.
Normally I would do that, but I just don't have the energy.
Steek is praying for your leisurely recovery.
Thanks, Steve.
Nikki can't even do a crochet square. And Steek says the bear girl is insanely difficult, so many weak parts, but Crystal is just slapping some paints together and pops your ankle and damage your aunt a vampire cardigan. Well,
I tend to pick the stuff that doesn't actually have a worded out, like an actually written out pattern, because I have trouble reading it still. But if all you tell me is measure your body, then pick something, and you know what, I can do that. I can do that and pretend I'm actually good at something. It's a thing.
I really want to try making clothes. It sounds fun. Also, it's a Vardigan.
It's a Vardigan now. Vardigan now. Yeah,
I love
okay.
that.
I'm here for it. Hell of a lot easier than saying Vampire Duster Cardigan.
Is crocheting an expensive hobby? I need to know before I get sucked in. It depends on what you're doing and what type of yarn you want to use.
Yeah.
You can get really expensive fancy yarn, or you can get very cheap yarn. I started out with very, very cheap yarn, and a lot of the things are like not that soft, but I also have slightly nicer yarn now that I also use.
Yep.
But yeah, like, I mean, to start out, no, it's not that expensive.
$4
If
for
you want
$4 for all.
fancy stuff, then yes, it can get very
Like-
expensive.
Yeah, I usually buy all my yarn on like on sale yarn, bargain bin yarn.
Yeah.
So I haven't paid a lot of money on yarn. And I bought like a whole set of hooks in all different sizes, and it was really cheap.
Yeah. I got really lucky. I only bought 2 balls to start off with and a hook. My grandma gave me a bunch of her hooks, and a friend gave me all of the yarn for the last 2 blankets. This stuff, though, it cost $77 for all the yarn that I needed, which was 6 balls.
Wow.
Don't mind me. I'm just gonna look up what that is in American money because I don't know what Canadian money is.
Off the top of my head, I could probably round it down to about 50, because it's 2 3-packs of this yarn.
1 Canadian dollar is 73 United States cents. I can't speak English. $56 even.
I said about 50, because usually my general rule for quick figuring out how much something's going to cost here is add $30. So
Okay, so it's £46 in UK money. That's not that bad. I thought you'd gone for really expensive yarn, but no, you just tricked me with currencies.
I mean,
Oh
yeah,
no, Chloe has approached. Oh geez. Hello, ma'am.
you should have seen it when I went, because Michael's was sold out of this stuff. So I went to Amazon at first. One of these was $30, and then I saw a 3-pack at Walmart, and I'm like,
Take
Nice.
the comment down and you can see the cat.
Wait, what was it in Canadian again?
$77 altogether for 2 3-packs. That's taxes too. Hi, baby. It was like
She's gonna
$38.
go for the mic. Nope, she's
I
just me now. Well, she's still on the chair, but she's like ducked under the desk.
kind of want to be seen.
Sorry, it took me a while to find the button. Yes, a Vardigan. Geek knitted Mario sweater some years ago, and that was him grounding knitting. Done. Checked it off the list. Well, glad you tried it.
Like, I want to make
You
this
should
one
try
thing.
crochet next. Crochet's better.
Crochet is better. Crochet's so
I
much
checked
easier.
it in euros. It said it's 52 euros.
Okay.
See,
Oh, we
every-
all use different currency. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Oh god, Chloe, no, do not go for the microphone.
Wild Chloe has arrived.
Damn it, too late again. Katie's here. Hello. Canadian Manly is just trading maple syrup.
I mean, we have to have a barter system. Makes sense to me.
I thought it was beaver pelts.
Maple syrup, beaver pelts, ketchup chips, Kinder eggs, and Canadian actors.
Canadian actors.
Well, how much can I get for a Ryan Gosling?
Coca-Cola.
Oh, bye, Kitty.
She's gonna be in my lap in like 10 more minutes, it's fine. Not even. I think she's coming back around immediately. Ma'am, please.
Apparently a gallon of a gallon of maple syrup for a bowl of jam seems reasonable. Oh, hello again, Kitty.
She's gonna come right back up. And she's just gonna get immediately removed again. Chloe, please.
Yes, it is a sweet Kitty. Bartering maple syrup sounding better and better these days.
Especially it's the real maple syrup, okay? It's not that, like, 99.9% fructose corn syrup maple syrup.
And maple syrup is more eco than beaver pelts. So,
Yeah.
yes, I agree. Okay, I asked you guys what you were doing during the sprint, and we got as far as Crystal. Mars, what are you doing during the sprint?
Wrangling my cat, apparently. I don't know. Maybe reading, maybe editing. Chloe, please. Ma'am. Ma'am.
Hi, Mom.
She's not getting the hint. Yeah, I don't know yet. I'll figure it out.
I think I'm just gonna drink tea and listen to an audio book.
That sounds nice. Well, I was planning on doing writers and stuff and also beta reading, but you've convinced me I'm starting a crochet project. This is your fault, Crystal.
I am not well, wait. That means you're... That's okay. I forgive you.
Wait, why?
No, it's because my brain went through the process of, I am not sorry for this. Mwahaha. And I'm like, wait, but that means you're not beta reading. Oh, but that's okay. I forgive you. Yeah, that was...
I'll beta read tomorrow morning.
I was just being silly because I'm hyper, okay?
I'm sorry, I promise I want to read your book.
I didn't
How much
mean it.
sleep did you get, Crystal?
When did I go to sleep? Maybe 7? 6? 6, I think. Yeah.
Oh, Chloe. I literally was muted waiting for her to come back up here, and she didn't do it, and as soon as I came back, she came up here. Ma'am. Ma'am.
No. You're like that meme. What are you doing in my house? I don't know if I've said that in the right intonation because I've never seen this meme before.
I also
I'm
don't
just
know
an old
the meme.
person.
You were sleeping so nicely all day, and now that I'm here, you want to be in my lap? What's
She
up with
just
that?
wants waffle fries.
Apparently.
Seek will be writing up some beta feedback and handing it off by the end of the stream, hopefully. So you're being more productive than I am. And Grayson is here, giving us a cheeky smile.
Yeah.
In relationship to Steek's sneaky comment. Crystal says nothing. Marta, you've convinced me. Yes. This is how it works.
Yep. Instigator account.
Michael's eating lunch right now. Hash browns with melted cheese and ketchup. That sounds nice.
I read this comment as I'm editing lunch right now.
And Yen has a cat that sits in front of her laptop 50% of the time she's working, and she feels bad.
They're not desk cats. They both sit on my boyfriend's desk. They never sit on my desk. They just get in my lap and try and eat my things. Especially, I have this coaster, and Chloe pulls this off the desk every single day.
It's a cat toy. I'm lucky. Azzy's asleep right now.
Hi Diane. She's doing admin tasks.
Woo!
And also just doing some agency work from home, says Leslie. Lexi, sorry.
Leslie.
There's someone at work called Leslie, and I've had 3 meetings with him today because he keeps calling me back, so the name's just ingrained in my brain now. Skeek says, I guess eating it technically is editing it into brown mush. I do not want to think about that. And Diane is getting tea. Shall we do a sprint?
Yes.
Before anyone says anything else, it's been 15 minutes.
Do it. Give us some task.
Okay, let's do a random sprint because this is... What? I thought I'd already pre-shared it. Where's it gone?
Would you unshare it?
Possibly. Okay, let's do a shuffle. And... Did it work?
Kind
Okay,
of.
we're not doing 5 minutes, I'm sorry.
Building
Wow.
your online
Marta, just do what
business.
I do and just keep skipping until you find something you like and then share the screen.
You might have to reshuffle. Where is it? No,
Is
never
it
mind.
still
never
on
mind.
No, that's
random? It
fine.
looks like it's going in order.
Well, it did jump from this one to the 10-minute one.
And
But-
I skipped all the other ones. Yeah, so it looks like it is shuffling.
Click the shuffle button and see what message pops up. Okay, so now it turned it off. So now.
Now it's on. Now it's off. Now it's on.
Nope, no, it's on. Okay.
There we go.
It's shuffled. We're good.
Everything's fine.
So do I go for another one?
Yes.
It's up to you.
No,
Up to Violet, I
let's
guess.
listen to let's listen to the chaos and do the 10-minute. Next one will be longer, I hope. Okay, have fun, everyone.
Marta, that's the end of the sprint.
Whoops. Sorry. Clearly not paying attention over here.
It's okay.
How did everyone do?
I started the next row.
Woo!
Looking so pretty.
I decided to read because it's on my phone and therefore the easiest thing to get to.
What are you reading?
I'm reading, what is it called? Cinder by Marissa Meyer. And I'm actually enjoying it way more than I thought I would. I was very apprehensive about it because it's 2010s sci-fi, which is like a very distinct genre, I feel. Chloe, why? Why are you here again? Man. And also, I tried reading Heartless by Marissa Meyer back in January and ended up DNFing it. So going into this, I was like, but I'm enjoying it. About 100 pages in.
Sounds good.
I have that book. I want to read it sometime. I got tea. I took my temperature. I do not have a fever, so
Good.
Yay. That's good.
And I got this. It's my crochet box. And it was under a pile of papers and things because I haven't touched it all yet because I've been too busy. And I'm excited to have it out.
Yay!
I haven't actually started doing anything on it yet, but it's on my desk now. So, progress. I guess we're doing this now.
Biohabit.
Well, maybe you should have thought about that before.
Sorry, I had to turn everything off so my boyfriend could come steal the cat.
That's fine. Lexi says that she'll be Leslie for me. Thank you, I appreciate it.
Oh.
When the rain starts to cool.
Oh.
Is that a meme? I have no idea what that means.
I don't know. I just figured it was yelling because there was a bunch of L's.
You sounded like you knew what you were doing.
Fuck no. I never do. What are you talking about? Just make it look good.
Katie's gonna be getting ready and then drafting for today. Michael is finishing editing his lunch and is ready to eat us now.
That is now a thing. Oh.
Ty Williams is here. Hello. Did I say hi to Jen before? I
Yeah,
don't remember saying
Jen commented earlier
possibly.
about
Rings a bell.
death cats.
Oh yeah, okay. Well anyway, hi again, Jen.
I remember you,
226
Jen.
words. I'm sorry, I'm trying.
Doing 5.
Skeek finished the title page art piece and got through into the author's 3 questions. Okay. I got excited, Skeek. I thought this was your own title page art piece that you were finishing. You need to be clearer in the style of your sentences. On to beta feedback points after this. Sounds good. Grayson sings Cinder holds up.
it's on my short list to do for the book club at some point.
It's on my long list of things I don't know about.
Cyborg fairy tale retelling and people on the moon. That's pretty much all you need to know.
Okay.
Katie finished getting ready and is now preparing to move her desk. Okay. Is this
Yeah.
part of the daily getting ready routine, or are you just moving your desk specifically
Move
today?
to her desk.
Oh, okay. I can't read. I'm sorry.
Okay.
What?
It's gonna be okay.
Clearly my brain isn't working. But you're now wishing you guys had volunteered to host instead of me. Steve says, I'll be Leslie there for you. Aww. Oh, I get it. Yes. Thank you. Diane made tea, started eggs to boil. In other words, no admin tasks she's supposed to be doing. Well,
What kind
it
of
sounds
tea you
productive
got,
anyway.
Diane?
Yeah. Build a TT.
Grayson's working on editing a video to go on Friday. Ooh, excited. And I think this is for you, Mars.
Oh yeah, wasn't I supposed to edit a script during the stream?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Crystal, why are you crocheting?
I was asleep. It's the only time I can.
That's fair.
I haven't prepped any questions because I only found out I was hosting right before the stream.
Now look at me, I never have questions.
Did you guys sign up for the accountability sheet quarterly goals for the travel makers people? And if so, are you aware that we have about 2 weeks left, and how are you doing on those goals? And that question's for the chat as well. And if you're not part of the travel maker gang, if you have any goals for the first quarter, tell me how you're doing on those.
Does that count?
Oh
'Cause I
look,
did
Seek had the exact same soul as me.
Love it. So does that count if I don't have any? I didn't sign up at all because I don't do the accountability stuff intentionally.
Did you have any private goals that you didn't add to the accountability?
Start TikTok, check. Finish line editing, check. Start this motherfucker, check. I think that's it.
Valid.
Yeah, sounds like you're killing it.
My goals that I originally set at the beginning of the year were to do the quick edits on Revelry, like the problem areas, and to what was the other thing? Oh, to draft the first season of Love City, and I did both of those in January. So I then set new quarterly goals, and I'm like alright about them. The one was to outline 4 projects, and I've done 3. And I might do one this month, I might not. Who cares? And the other one was to make a doctor's appointment of some kind, because I am far behind on every kind of doctor's appointment, and I have not done that. I've looked into it. I have my new insurance card for my mother. So, progress.
That sounds like progress.
Yay!
Do you think you'll get to it in the next 2 weeks?
Yeah, we'll see. Maybe not, but might surprise you.
I mean, I never fill out the accountability sheets because you know that I am a little bit technology. What's the word?
Allergic?
No, I just mess it up. I have writing goals, but like I'm afraid to speak them out to the universe because every time I do that, I self-sabotage. But I have been doing good on like getting in a writing routine, so I don't want to jinx it.
You don't have to tell us, don't worry. Plus, you're ill, so you don't have to reply to the questions if you don't feel like it.
I did have
anyway.
a goal of posting more photos on my Instagram, which I have been doing, so...
Been really enjoying that.
Yes, me too. Your Instagram's great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And I did put goals on the accountability sheet. I am doing terribly on them. My main goal was doing Acts 1 and 2 of Project Side sequel, and I have put my book on hold for about a month due to life stuff, so yeah, but I'm hoping I'll finish Act 1 during the write-in, I hope. I only have 1 chapter left. The problem is I haven't touched my book in a month, so I have to reread everything I've done before I can write that chapter.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's fine. I'm very happy with the way this quarter has gone, I think. So, yeah. Let's see what everyone else is saying. Diane is trying out some dandelion tea. Is it good? Let us know. I've never had dandelion tea before, but it sounds nice.
Reminds me of the song.
I've had it before. It's okay.
If you're not part of the travel troupe, where the hell have you been? Yes, I agree with this.
You missed the most important part of the quote.
Do I have to?
I mean, we can just pretend you did. How about that?
Okay.
There we go.
Grayson's completed one of them. That's progress. And Ty's been doing poorly, but then again just got back to the community. That sounds alright. Getting back counts. And Katie says, oops, not me, the runner of accountability, forgetting to put Q1 goals.
So you're in charge, though. It's fine.
Just put it
No, I
now
wanna be
and make one of
snoopy
your
and know
goals.
what you're doing.
Make one of the goals run accountability, and then you can check it off.
Yeah, that sounds like a quick solve to me.
Thank you. I think. I can't remember what I said. I think it was good.
Bothered me yesterday.
I finished all the icky maths for the day. Now on to the queries. Woo!
Yay! Screw math. Math is dumb.
Do we want to do another sprint? It's been 40 minutes and we've only done a really tiny one.
Sure.
Let's go! Sprint, 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 sprint.
Where's my phone going? Let's see if I can actually do this correctly this time. It should be on random. So let's go on the next one.
There you go.
Yay!
Can a
30
Halloween
minutes.
one.
That's fine. We can do a Halloween one. Okay, everyone. Good luck. See you in half an hour. people. Now was the end of the sprint. I was actually paying attention this time.
Woo!
Dang.
Here we go. How did everyone do?
I got a quarter of the way through the row that I was working on, and then somebody decided to wake up and be a pest. Of course, now she's sleeping again. But I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'll start working on the script for tomorrow's video. That way I can actually understand what I'm reading, because I'm probably going to read off the script more than I'm going to improv, because it's complicated. I didn't want to make sure I get everything.
Valid. Yeah, I just read more.
I finished reading The Hero of Ages, so now I'm done with Arrow 1.
Wow.
And
I
now
went
you can
back-
watch my vlog.
I did. I went back and watched your vlog.
I still haven't started Well of Ascension.
Well of Ascension was my favorite of the 3. Heroes of Ages was my least favorite.
I'm sorry. I read, what's it called? A Silent Voice for the Sambahani Reading Challenge.
Nice.
Yay.
I haven't read that one yet. It's on my list. I'll get to it eventually.
It's so good. Have you watched the movie?
Nope.
Because I went into it having watched the movie, and it's basically the same with a little bit of extra stuff happening in the manga. But
Yeah.
you should watch it. Oh, read it. Both.
Eventually.
Anyway, for the sprint, I actually started my new crochet project.
What you
That's how far
doing?
we've gotten. It's a shawl, or shal, or however you pronounce it.
That's exciting.
So it's like gonna grow outwards into a triangle. I can
Right now it's
actually-
big enough for your dinos.
Wait.
Uh-oh, something broke again.
Where is it? Yeah. Okay. It's this. I'm making this.
That's so pretty.
That's pretty.
It's so hard. It's the hardest pattern I've ever done, but it's so much fun.
That looks so far out of my league that it's like another league, like 12 miles down the road in another town that I don't know how to get to.
And I got this really fancy yarn for Black Friday, and there were post strikes going on, so it got like buried under a bunch of delayed posts, and I got it in January. And then I had so much stuff going on, so I'm finally starting it. I've been wanting to do this since I bought the ball in November.
Sorry. That was loud. I'm excited for
I
you.
should probably share the link to the pattern on Instagram in case anyone wants it.
It's very pretty. Ow.
Okay. There you go. So that's the Instagram page of the creator of the pattern, and they have a bunch of similar ones.
Sweet.
Let me see where we were in the comments. Katie wanted to sprint, which is good, because we did. Ty needs to sit back on his throne once again.
Valid.
Halloween is a state of mind, I completely agree.
Yes.
Diane is unsure about the dandelion tea. She's in Kansas, so the tea kinda reminds her of pulling weeds in summer. Yeah. Still, it's good to try new teas.
Yes.
I've run out of tea, actually. I thought I had so much more than I did. And I ran out of my apple and pear tea this morning. And I have one bag of jasmine. And, like, I'm not getting any more tea until Sunday unless I leave the house
Emergency
and go to a
grocery
physical shop. But
That's
that would require me to walk into a shop in person. I don't do that.
For tea, though.
I might have to do that, yeah. This morning I had like the apple and pear tea that I have like I used the same tea bag for 3 cups of tea, and then I started having chamomile. I've got plenty of chamomile, but that's not gonna give me any caffeine, is it? So yeah, tomorrow I'll probably finish the jasmine, and then I guess on Friday I'll have to go to a shop.
You can't have a day without tea. That's like a day without, something really good that I can't.
Also, I find the reusing the tea bags kind of disturbing.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's illegal. I don't care what anybody says. No, you're wrong.
I can understand maybe using it for a second cup, but like beyond that, does it even have flavor?
Desperate. And yeah, it's fine. I don't have them that strong.
Oh, I love strong tea and strong coffee.
Anyway, there's some meeping going on in the chat.
Of course.
It really does remind of pulling meats in summer. Jen has so much tea and only really drinks one kind. It's stupid. See, this is why I didn't think I would ever run out of tea, because I usually have at least 5 types stocked up.
Yep.
But there's like 3 types that I don't know if they've discontinued them, but I haven't been able to buy them for like 2 months. And originally it said no in stock, now it just doesn't show up anymore. So I've run out of those, and like I'm just used to always having backups in the cupboard, and like I don't have any backups.
That sucks. I have like a bunch of teas, but technically half of the teas that I have are for that review series that I said I was going to do in December, and December's already done, and I'm probably not going to do it now because I have other stuff on the plate. I could never live without tea. Good luck.
Michael finished his time-based writing over a day. Was that 3 hours, Michael, that you've done? That's a lot. Jen did 638 words. Wow. That's more words I've written all month.
Yay!
Nikki snuggled their cats and had a cookie. Katie got 360 words, which is also more words than I've gotten all month. And yet Jen's cats are sleeping, but won't say that out loud. Lady Neo got half a page done. Hello.
Hi.
Ooh, Melon is here. Hi.
Hi.
Yes, people are appreciating the beautiful pattern.
I
Absolutely follow that creator on Instagram if you want to. They're very, very good. Oh, this is not related. Okay, not even a quarter of the way through the queries. Oh, I'm sorry. And yeah, that's the pattern. So, with difficulty. Yeah. Questions. Geek got food, halfway done with feedback. Exciting.
Yay.
Oh, I know a question. Because Geek is currently beta reading, and so are me and Mars. So, let's talk about beta reading. Tries to come up with a relevant question.
Beta
okay.
reading. Thoughts?
It's really fun. And
What's your
time
favorite approach for when you're beta reading for someone else? And what are your favorite types of comments to get when people are beta reading for you? And are those the same? That's my question. And that goes for the chat as well.
Favorite way to approach it? Ridiculously early in the morning and read until my eyes get sore and making funny comments, and also turning into a total fangirl when I make the comments, because the only 2 times I've beta read were both times I was going, oh dear God, ah! And yeah, I don't really know if I have an answer for the first half. But the second half, my favorite parts are when y'all tear it apart and point out the fact that I have serious plot holes because I can't see them 9 times out of 10. Those are kind of my favorite, because, yeah.
I don't think I found any plot holes.
Yet, you haven't reached the 3rd act. The 3rd act is the part that I'm worried about. Much like, wait a second. This is the 2nd time that I've sat there and gone, it's the 3rd act that I'm really concerned about, because apparently I guess I can't write endings.
I mean, same. Do you not remember
I
a
like
couple
how
of
your
weeks ago?
ending was before Crystal, so
I'm glad you do. I was confused with myself. But yeah, I think that's the answer. Yes.
Hmm,
Ouch.
I don't know. When I'm beta reading, it's kind of just like I don't. How do I explain this? It's definitely an as I go along thing, and I'm not really the kind of person to like read the whole thing and then give my comments. It's definitely like if I find something to comment on, I'm going to comment on it, and then if I keep going and my comment is like null because of something else later on, like say I think, oh, this part feels really weird, but then later on I can see why that was there, I'll just be like, okay, never mind, but also think of this thing. Like, I try to make a lot of comments because then the person has options. Because, like, I don't know. I feel like when I'm getting feedback, if someone only mentions like 3 or 4 things that they have issues with, I'll be like, okay, cool. So those are like definitely things I have to fix. But if it's like 100 things, I'll be like, okay, let me look through this and see which things I actually think need to be fixed and which are like personal things that the person just didn't vibe with, you know?
Yeah, that makes
Well,
sense.
I try to give a lot of feedback wherever I can, and also point out the good things because I really like when I read a really good line. I always be if I could speak English. If I read like a really good line of description, or like in Crystal's case, I've read this before, so if I see like something that's changed and I like the change, I'll be sure to point that out because it's always nice to get a little positivity in there. It shouldn't all be critique.
is it my turn?
Yes.
I well, when I beta read, I like to really give like the in the moment thoughts, because I think when you read something for the first time, like your impression, like you can only get that once.
Mm.
So if I have anything in the moment to say, and then I usually do like a chapter recap, which Marta, you probably know because I always did that on yours. Like at the end of each chapter, write a little like, this is what I thought of this chapter. But I agree with Mars. I love pointing out if there's like a beautiful line of prose, because first of all, it's good to give compliments, but also like, don't change this. Like, this is what you're doing right. This is good. Like,
Mm.
so if I'm really moved by something, I really also want to point that out.
And that's important too, because if multiple people have said don't change this and one person has said I don't like this, you're more likely to be like, okay, well maybe I should hear the multiple people that said not to change it. Whereas if you don't point out what's good, you might listen to that one opinion even though the other people found it good but didn't say maybe.
Yeah, I also try to point out when I'm confused, even though like sometimes I feel self-conscious doing that, because then I think like, is it just my reading comprehension? Like, did they explain it and I just didn't get it? But I think it's still good to say like, hey, I find this a little confusing, because you never know how the other beta readers are feeling. So
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I've also, when I've left comment about something being confusing, sometimes I also add context. So I think in one of Mars's reads that I did, I said, okay, I didn't understand what you meant by this chapter, but also it's past my bedtime, so it could be me.
My favorite Marta comments are, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I still have to go back into the last draft of Revelry and see how many times you said that. Because you can't do, like, you know how you can do Control F and, like, find in the document how many times you say something? You can't do that with comments. So I have to, like, go in and count the comments myself. And so I'll do it. I want to know, but.
You just wanna call me out, don't you? Michael's goal is an hour and 26 minutes. And let's get into the beta discussion. So Skeek says, when people beta read for me. Oh, also, I don't think either Mars or Violet said what they enjoy when they get comments, but I guess we can circle back to that. And Crystal's the
share
only
my
person
stuff,
that
so I
answered
don't
both of
get
my questions.
comments. I don't share my stuff, so I don't get comments.
I see. When people beat the read for me, I don't believe them when they compliment the story, but I love it when they tear it to shreds. Yeah, that makes sense. It's fun getting good comments, but like the tear it to shred comments are the ones I'm looking for, really. The joys of being a writer. Katie's favorite part is people giving her character analysis and digging into in a literary way, which is also funnily enough what she loves to do to others, so it makes sense.
I remember very well.
I don't, but I wish I did. Skeek says, when I veto for people, I like leaving first short comments in the manuscript and then writing a beta report when I'm done, talking about strengths and concerns for the categories. Setting, character, plot and structure, dialogue, plot and scenes. And then as I read, I just note bullet points in a document of things I want to talk about in my report. I agree with Danni, a compliment language is my way to go.
See, I don't like just leaving a whole big thing at the end, because I feel like I'm gonna say a bunch of irrelevant things. I like how Crystal leaves a set of questions at the end, and like Marta had a set of questions at the end of each like chapter or each section, like asking specific things. I really like that, because then it gives me an idea of what kind of feedback you're looking for. And if there's not any like guidance, I'm just like, I'll tell you what I think, but like half of it's probably not going to be relevant, because like I don't know. I like knowing when I'm going into things, specifically like, are you having problems with character? Do you want me to look at the pacing of things, like that kind of thing?
Yeah, that makes sense. I find the only times that I leave like after reading it comments, other than if it's a questionnaire, is if it's things that I sort of when I wasn't reading and I didn't really know where to put them in a comment. So I'll bundle those up at the end normally, but in general, I agree with you. Let me go back up a little bit. Lexus said, when I read, I like to keep a running document of all my thoughts and impressions as I'm reading, the good, the bad, and ugly. That makes sense. Grayson likes it when people leave comments that prove they've connected the dots on something. Never beta read personally, but would like to.
I agree with this thought. Like, if I have a theory about the plot, I always like putting them there so the author knows, like, where my mind is.
Yes, I definitely find that very useful, and also try to do that for people. That's a good point.
It's so much fun when that happens, because then I sit there and go, oh, you got it! You got it!
Okay, but it's even more fun when people don't get it.
That's also true. And also terrifying, because then you have to figure, how much more detail do I have to add to make sure they get it?
Malin tends to do... oh, I'm hiding Mars.
Little tiny headband.
Malin tends to do almost live tweeting reactions. The document is just full of her comments as she goes. Then she tries to do an overall critique, both positive and negative stuff, at the end of each chapter. Yeah, that sounds really good as well. I'm taking notes here on who the people are that have techniques for beta reading that I like. Expect an email from me one day. Yes, live tweeting reactions, love that. I like it when they just say lol.
I like getting emoji reactions. Emojis are funny, because then it's like, you get to interpret it yourself, but also you know what they're thinking.
Skeek left lots of lols and LMAOs for you, and love this. Katie loves live tweeting reactions, especially just doing little emojis next to stuff.
I like when the crying emojis or the eye emojis show up, because I know I did my job.
Oh, I do the eye emojis a lot, and the little grimace emoji, those are my two go-tos.
I used the puke emoji a lot on Marta's because she had some nasty, gross
There was
descriptions.
Yeah, but they were so good.
Yeah, but like
also.
that she's doing her job if they're making my stomach turn. So
Yep. That moment when I Vader and March's, and there was probably more gore in hers than in my vampire book, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to step up my game. Let's go.
I love you guys. Also, hi, Anne.
Hi.
Malin says it's also a good idea if you get more than one CP beta and you're unsure about one change to ask the other one their thoughts. Yeah, absolutely. I also find having a good number of beta readers help. Because, like, right now the only people that have read my book are the 3 of you. And there's some things that I'm still unsure about, so my plan
And
for
your
the next...
boyfriend. Your boyfriend's read your book, or at least part of it.
Partners never get.
He's read it, like, chapter by chapter as I was writing it. And he's very, very familiar with the story and he knows all the background. So there's parts where, like, some of you said you were confused, but others didn't. And it's like, okay, well, I've got 3 people. It's not technically 50-50, but, like, I think it's too small a sample size. So there's changes that I'm going to make based on what you said, and then changes where I'll leave it until a future revision and see if other rounds of betas pick up on it or not. But yeah, I agree with what Malin is saying, basically. Michael says star eye emoji. Not you, Michael. Sad emoji. And Step Bro. Lexi, how are you, my favoritist of Step Bros? I think we've moved on from the beta discussion. I haven't really gotten enough feedback to know what I do and don't like, but Katie, Wallace, and Caitlin all give great feedback though. Good to know. I'm great, Dan. I've been crazy busy.
Now we're
What
just
about
creeping
you?
on their conversation.
They didn't put the @ symbol. It's fine.
So happy to hear that. Life's full of change for me right now, but it's very exciting. What have you been busy with? I love asking the question, what's this? Why did they do this? Through and through the manuscript about different stuff. Yeah, that makes sense. Work. So much work. But things are lightening up a little more lately. I'm spending less time at the bookstore and more time at the agency.
Oh, okay, yeah, and that is true.
I can't add people on the friend list.
Zoe.
Also, Crystal's partner has been typing for 87 minutes straight, and I wish I had that stamina when I'm drafting.
To be fair, my D&D group is on the Discord just doing the stuff right now, and I'm like ignoring it with like every fiber of my being.
Okay, well, is this one person stupid, or can the others read my mind?
I tell you for a fact that there are certain parts of Marta's book that I am well aware of the fact that I'm the problem and I'm an idiot.
I disagree.
Well,
because it's more of a case of, is this one person a genius, or are the other 2 people not reading it with enough attention?
fair.
So, but yeah, I don't know. I'll see. If at least one other person picks up on it, I might leave it as it is. But if it's just the one person out of a larger group that picks up on it, I'll have to change it. Unfortunately. Yes, but that one. Did you prefer being at the bookstore or at the agency? That's for Lexi. Okay. Do we want to do another quick sprint?
Sure.
Even if you were an idiot, there would be more out there, so you would be the target audience in some way.
Yes, my book is for idiots and idiots only.
Yeah. I definitely think having a bigger sample size is important, but also I would like for some people in the community to not have read my book when I publish it, because let's be honest, the only people that are gonna buy it are the people in our community. So.
I will tell all my friends about it because, Project Site is fucking amazing. So.
Yeah, but I do think it's sometimes hard because also like getting all your feedback from other writers, it can be,
Mm,
muddle things up in a way.
Yeet.
And
yeah.
I had one other thought. Oh yeah, like understanding like the author's vision for their book. Like I think is important because like you can give feedback on a book like of how you would want it to be. Like if somebody would read my book and they don't like YA or like don't understand like what I'm doing, like that's not going to be helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm,
Like
yeah.
I can definitely say with Crystal's book, like I totally understood like the vibe you were going for. I don't know if my comments were helpful, but like I
Sure.
understood your vision. I could see your vision.
Mm,
I'm glad, and yes, they were. Very, very helpful.
yeah, that's definitely something I worry about because, like, I'm trying to be helpful when I read Crystal's book, but I don't really read vampire novels other than having read Twilight when I was a teenager, so I don't have a lot to go on. But I'm trying.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But I think there are things that you can still do. Like, one of the things I look for when it's a genre that I'm not familiar with are just things like consistency errors through the story, which is easy to pick up on even if you don't know the genre conventions. So you can
Yeah.
still help even if you're not as helpful as if you actually read a million vampire stories.
Yeah, I agree. I think
Yes.
different views, of course, are helpful.
Mm. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Moss?
I sent Revelry to my one friend who is not a writer, but she has like very similar taste in like books and movies and stuff to me. So I'm like, yeah, I don't want like any feedback as you go through. Just read the book and tell me if it feels like a book that you could like go to the store and actually spend money on. And then she told me after she finished chapter 1 and then hasn't said anything about it since. So I don't know if she's actually reading it or not.
Oh
And
dear.
I'm like, it's been weeks. Do I message her? I feel weird messaging her.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. That sucks. Well, I think it reads like a real book. So.
I agree.
I hope so. It's a
Mm.
thing and it exists, so.
I've got one friend that isn't a writer but reads a lot of fantasy, and I've got him saved up to give him like the once it's gone through multiple rounds of betas version of the book. Because I want to have him read it when it's very polished, but I want his like reader opinion.
Yep. That's what I'm doing for one of my friends. She was actually one of the betas in the last pile. Um, and I'm like, you know what? Let me like, so you don't have to read like every single draft. How about after the next round is done and I do the revisions again? Like when I'm officially sure, then you can have it. She goes, yes, please, because I'll get very confused. I'm like, okay.
I think people are fighting over whether to sprint or not sprint.
Always.
Also, Lexi prefers agency work because it's cool being involved in the industry on that level. And Anne wants all the secrets. And we have a cute grad, and no, and it's been 22 minutes. It could be another. Hello, Grayson. Hi. Because and cool. Shall we sprint?
Yes.
Great. Share screen. Let's see. It has to be shorter than 25 minutes, but let's see if we get lucky with the random. Okay,
Oh,
this
cool.
works. Happy sprinting. And that brings us to the end of the sprint. That's a very pretty timer. Unfortunately, Violet had to leave us because her illness/headache was getting worse. So you're currently getting the Chaos Screen streaming live on Violet's channel without Violet. How did you guys do during that sprint?
Yeah. I pushed the wrong button and just started kind of reading over the script for tomorrow's video, making sure I'm not leaving anything out and all that other crap. And oh god. I'm not sure about this video, y'all. I'm second guessing it so hard. It's fine.
That's fair.
I'm sure it'll be good.
I've just been reading more. You know, having a good time. It's a good book.
And I did one more row, and I'm so proud of this. It's coming along so quickly. It's going to take progressively longer, like, because it gets bigger. Every row I do will take longer. But
It's a lot like the corner-to-corner blankets I was doing, except for only 3 corners.
yes.
So excited!
Yeah, let me quickly go through the chat and then we can start wrapping it up because it's been 2 hours. We had Emma join us just as we were breaking into the sprint. Hi Emma, unfortunately that was the final sprint, so we'll be leaving soon, but thank you for joining anyway. And it's not a sprint, but we sprinted anyway. Aw, it's lovely to see you too. I think we've basically just discussed this, so no need to say it again. Lady Neo is doing chapter 21 of a fanfiction that they're working on. In what genre? General action fantasy fandom. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Ooh, fun.
Percy Jackson.
Katie got 320 words and self-indulgently added a very handsome character for no real reason. It's fine. I'm always up for a handsome character in a book. Lady Neo got a page and a half done. And Emma's asking about Crystal's TikTok.
I've only been posting on TikTok for like this week, but then at the same time, I've been watching a couple different TikTok creators. So if you watch any of the Vampire Jack Townsend or like Hex Baby, then maybe. Forgive me, I'm not sure.
And Emma's also asking, do you need a reason other than being kind to your readers? No, you don't. And Grayson's almost done with the video edit. Yay! Okay, do we want to wrap it up there?
Sure.
Sure.
Not sure we really need any outros. Do we want to do a quick outro?
You're currently on Violet's channel, who is not here, but she's a lovely person, so you should subscribe, and also subscribe to the Nostalgia Train book club that Violet runs. Currently reading Ranger's Apprentice in a collab with the Tome Travelers, which Anne is one of, and there's, oh god, what are the books for that? Uprooted by Naomi Novik, Air Awakens by Elise Kova, The Naming, I think, is the 3rd book, but I don't know who it's by. The theme is mentor-apprentice relationships, so 2 book clubs in 1. Fun time.
I'm very impressed that you knew all of those books. Wow.
I literally was just in my reading journal this morning, like, catching up on filling stuff out, so I had, like, the list.
Still. By the way, The Ranger's Apprentice is amazing. I finished it yesterday, so I recommend you jump in on that. Yes, some more comments. Of course, we don't need any reason to add attractive characters. And it was lovely seeing you guys as well. Thank you everyone for joining. Yes, you killed that.
Absolutely murdered.
Amazing.
There's 3 of us only now too. We're just outroing Violet, right?
There's links. They just click them all.
Which one of this massive list of Violet's accounts outro should I use?
I don't know.
You have all the power here, Marta.
Yeah.
Happy, copyright free birthday song to you.
That one wasn't long enough.
Yeah, I didn't reach the button in time. Okay, bye everyone!
I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they don't